So, you guys, I'm so sorry I am so late. I normally come live at 12:30 for lunchtime Stampin', but today there's so much going on that I pushed it back till 2, and then as it is now, I'm nearly 30 minutes late. But I hope that you guys will find me and see me and still come on. Thank you, Megan, for joining in. I have so much to talk about. Let me get this sound turned off because that's annoying. So, I want to give a few minutes for hopefully everybody to find me. See that I'm on. I know that I'm really, really late, and everybody, some of my friends rearranged their schedules to be able to come on at 12:30, so they might not be able to. But let me just give an update on my husband. He is home from the hospital. He is doing well. We found out this morning, though, when he talked to his urologist, that he was not able to laser the stone, that it was too far up. So he is still living with the stone, but fortunately there's no pain. The infection is clearing up. He's got a stent. I'm not quite sure how all that works. He doesn't see it, but he's going to have to be that way until things clear up and he's able to go back, because he has to go back into the hospital. Apparently there's some kind of machine that they need that does the procedure, and they're not able to get it, and he said that he's safe and he's okay. He's just going to feel a little discomfort and deal with it for however long this lasts until they can get back to the hospital. But he is, and to be able to do it. So he's not going back to the hospital unless another emergency happens. So we're just going to pray and keep our fingers crossed that there's no more emergencies. But for right now, he's not hurting. So that's good. So yes, Megan, I'm so glad that he's home and he is better, because he was doubled over in 10, number 10 pain. It would go from 8 to 10. And when he was in the hospital, the pain medicine wasn't even working. So I'm glad that it's not over for him, but it's much better. So he's able to get around and do things, and he'll probably be going back to work next week. So anyway, we'll see what happens. So I guess the doctor's office was ordered to close, so he can't even go in to the doctor's office. So this is just not a very good situation that we're in right now, but it's the way that it is. So I don't want to talk about all the gloom and doom of what's going on, because we all know it's a lot. We all have fears and with the economy, and I know that there are a lot of people who have lost jobs. I know that there are people who have been affected by the virus itself, either themselves or their family, and our prayer goes out to all of them. I know that my little small business has been affected, and it's okay. We're going to keep going on, and I'm just going to put it in God's, or keep it in God's hands, because I've already put it in his hands a long time ago. But we're just going to go on, and I'm going to do what I can to try to bring a little bit of cheer and happiness and some crafting therapy to you guys, so that we can just kind of take our mind off of all that junk that's going on. So I've got a fun card for you guys today. I have not prepared it all the way through, so this is going to be interesting. And but I've got the base down of it and the measurements and all of that, but the stamping part of it, I'm not quite sure. We're going to decorate it together. So, hey, Nikki. Yes, I will. I'll get you all updated on it. So he just found all that out not too long ago when he talked to the urologist. And let's see. I want to see if anybody else has commented. Hey, Julie. And so glad that you guys are here. So if you are joining, and please just say hello so that I can say hi back to you guys, because it doesn't show me who all joins, just some. I think the ones that are on my friends list. So I'd love to say hi, and thanks for taking some time out here, and we're going to do a little crafting therapy. I did have a joke for you guys. it's not really a joke. It's kind of a funny story. And I told my brother that I was going to tell you guys about it because it's really, yes, God has definitely got this. So, anyway, so I talked to my brother on his birthday. His birthday was back March 21st. And he was telling me he hates the doctor. He absolutely hates it, hates needles, although he is getting used to needles because he has MS and he's doing very well with it. They've got it controlled and all of that stuff. And his doctor said outside of him having MS, he's healthy as a horse. So, but when he cuts himself or gets a cut, I found out, you guys are not going to believe this because I was like, Mike, when he told me he will use super glue and duct tape. Can you believe that? I'm like, are you serious? So if he cuts himself, instead of just going to the doctor and getting stitches, he will use super glue and duct tape. He says it works. So anyway, I thought, wow, okay. I don't know if I'll use super glue or not. To keep from going to the hospital, I just might. But I just thought that was hilarious, and I thought maybe you guys might get a little kick out of that. But super glue and duct tape. So, okay, so I am going to flip the camera down. If you guys get motion sickness, just close your eyes for a few minutes. And I tried to work with it to try to find the easiest way to be able to do it. I'm not quite sure if I got it or not. But anyway, let's go ahead and try this. I'm going to go ahead and cover it up. Okay, here we go. I'm going to turn this. And I didn't do a very good job of keeping that camera covered, did I? Turn this, put this here. I think this has got to flip around this way. And then we got to do, I think that's right. I think that's all I had to do. Seriously? That would have been pretty easy. We'll see, won't we? I've got a lag, so it takes a few minutes for me to be able to see where we're at, but I think I've got it okay. How about that? Woohoo! That worked. Okay, so let me move this keyboard out of the way. All right, so what we're going to be doing is I'm going to work with the Dress to Impress. This is in the mini catalog, which is still good until June. And Celebration is over, sadly, but it is. But the mini catalog is still good. It will be current until June. And this is in there let me show you, along with the framelits, which are absolutely adorable. I did not have a chance to get them, unfortunately and sadly, but we're going to make do. We're going to maybe do a little fussy cutting, but the framelits that make a little purse. I got a little tongue-tied. It makes this little purse. Isn't that adorable? And then it cuts out all the shoes and the purse and the perfume, the lipstick, the flowers. It cuts out the little flowers too. These little flowers. So anyway, that's that. So we're going to be using that. I'm going to make a Z-fold card. I don't think I've ever done one with you guys. If I did, it's been a couple of years ago. So I had to remind myself how to even do it. But what we've got is we've got a piece, our card base. We're using Lovely Lipstick, and it's cut long ways. Long way, so the 8.5 side would be up at your trimmer top, and then you just cut it at 4 1/4, and then it's scored at 5 1/2, and then all I did, the other half of it, I just folded it backwards in half. So I think you could probably score it at 2, and I think it's 2 3/4, but I just folded it in half. I just made it easy. So, and then this piece is 3 by 9 3/4, and then I scored it at 4 1/4, and then I just folded the other side in half. So it just kind of makes this Z fold. So that's all we did. So this is going to go this way, like that, with the smaller side to the front. And we're just going to put that to the side, and then this one is going to hook to the card like this. So let me show you, like this. Whoops, I'm throwing cardstock around. So it will go like that Definitely it will be more centered on there. So the longer, wider piece will be in the front side of it. So we're going to put that aside. And then we have, where did my, nope, we're good. We have designer series paper that is cut at, let me see where my measurements are. It's cut at 5.5 by 4 is your larger piece. And then we have 2 smaller pieces that are cut at 4 by 2 3/4, I believe. I think I wrote down the right measurements. And then we have our layering pieces for our inside Z fold. We have 4 2 3/4 by 2 in one of those. And then we have 2 2 3/4 by 2.5. And we have 2 of those. So those are, we're going to stamp on those before we attach them. But what we are going to do is go ahead and attach our little designer series paper. And this is the paper that comes with the dress to impress. So it's called the Best Dress. They come in 6x6s. And I believe you get 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 double-sided designs. So this is the other side of this one. Isn't that pretty? So, so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to use my liquid glue, and we're just going to center it. And I don't think I cut that one right. Let's see. I did not cut it right. Well, did I cut this one right? Maybe I did not. I didn't. Okay, let me bring, I told you guys, I hadn't done one of these in a while, and I was trying to go by memory, and I usually keep my, what it should have been cut at, shoot, let's get the measuring. Let's get the ruler out. That will help me. I usually keep my templates for it. It should be oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay. I cut it to be the same size. And so it's 2, so we want to go 2.5. So this is 2.5. So it should be 4 by 2.5 should be these pieces. 2.5. So let's cut this one down at 2.5 too. All right, that's an easy fix. Okay, hopefully this one is right though. That one is right. Okay, so let me move this out of the side, off to the side. Where is my piece here? Let's put a little bit more glue on there. We're just going to center these on here, hopefully. I forgot to shut my studio door too, so I can hear everything that goes on. There we go. All right. Put a little bit more on there. There we go. So that works. I just didn't cut it right. Just forgot to trim 1/4 inch off so that it fits layers. Okay, so now we're going to put this piece on there. So, how is everybody doing with everything? You guys doing okay? Alright, so we've got this aside. Then we're going to bring these pieces in here. And this is where I don't know what I'm going to do. I thought I had an idea, but I'm really not sure. I didn't want to do a whole lot of coloring because I know that I wanted to make something that was pretty easy for you guys and that you didn't need a lot of product to do, because I know that times are kind of hard right now. And so when you do this, I am using this designer series paper, but you can use, oh, that's on there crooked. You could use anything. You could use wrapping paper, you could use newspaper, you can use whatever you want, any kind of stamp set you have, or you could just fussy cut out images from catalogs, from anywhere that you can. But I'm using the Dress to Impress. I hope that made sense. Just hanging in there, huh, Julie? Yeah, I know you guys are going through a rough time too with your husbands, like you have more than one. All right, so I am going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp a sentiment first. And I think that with the way that things are, I know I've used this one a lot, but I really do like the sentiment, and that is kindness is always in style. So we are going to use that one, and I think I'm going to stamp it probably right about there. Right about there. And then I think I'm going to stamp the perfume bottle, and I'm going to, you know what, I need some scrap paper here because we're going to do a little fussy cutting. Just give me 1 second to find some scrap paper. Normally I have tons of scrap paper, but today, wouldn't you know it, I do not. Shoot. Well, I'll just get a whole nother sheet. Okay, so we are just going to cut some of this off right there. That's good. Okay, so we're just going to stamp and do some fussy cutting. I didn't really want this to be very bold and dark, so instead of using black, I'm going to use basic gray. And I'm just going to ink that up, and we're going to stamp that down. And then we're going to stamp a few flowers, because I think I'm going to use those too. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut those out or if we'll just stamp them straight on. So we've got a couple of flowers here. Aren't those flowers pretty? Okay, and then we're going to stamp. Let's pull out the lipstick and the shoes. Just like so. I know I did a card with you guys with the lipstick before. Oh yeah, right here. So we did the lipstick once, and this was like, what, a month ago or so? Maybe longer. We got lipstick, and we've got a shoe. Let's do a shoe. There we go. All right, so we've got that done. So now I'm going to show you something that you can do so that if you don't want to color. I love to color, so what I would probably do if I was making this card and I was going to send it, which I am going to send it, but if I was just doing this without doing a Facebook Live trying to show you guys easy ways to do things, I would probably use my alcohol markers, my Stampin' Blends, and probably color it that way. But I'm not going to do that on here because you guys have seen me color so many times with the Stampin' Blends, and I wanted to kind of use most of the images that are in here. So I'm using Lovely Lipstick, and I just inked it up and stamped it off once, and then I'm just going to go over. Do I have the right one? No, this is the bigger one. So I'm going to go over into the flower. So all we're doing is just giving it a little bit of color. So I've got the Lovely Lipstick. I think I want to pull in some Petal Pink because that's the colors that are in the Designer Series paper is Lovely Lipstick and Petal Pink and Old Olive. So, and I think there's even some Pool Party in there if I'm not mistaken, or it's a lighter version of Pretty Peacock too. So let's go ahead. What was I doing? Okay, oops. I am going to clean this off. Just stamp that off. And because this is pretty light ink, I'm going to stamp that full strength, just like so. And then if I wanted to, what I could do is just kind of go around it. Stamp off and then just kind of go around it to make the edges a little lighter. So I hope you guys can see that. So it's kind of like a watercolor, kind of is without watercoloring is what it is. So, and then I'm going to come back in with my Lovely Lipstick, and I'm going to stamp that off a couple times and come into the edge of this just to give that just a tiny bit more color. So just like that. And then I'm going to switch and bring in the little blobby thing. Blobby thing. I'm going to stamp that off and put it right in there like so. And then I'm going to, ooh, my color transferred. That's all right. I think it'll be just fine. I should have cleaned it off, but I didn't. I'm going to come full strength. There we go. And then we're going to use lovely lipstick. Kind of do that. I'm just going to stamp it around just like so. So it doesn't even matter if it goes out of the edges, out of the lines I mean, or if it doesn't go quite, because it's kind of like a watercolor look really without watercoloring. So that's all I'm going to do. It's just like that. And then I think I'm going to use the same thing, but I'm going to have to clean this one off because we're going to use some green. I'm going to use Old Olive and clean that off. Bring in some Old Olive. You love the nicknames I come up with? Yeah. I'm so glad that you and your husband both are able to work from home. That's a good thing. So I'm going to come in, I'm stamping that off and doing it. And then this one, I'm going to have to do it a couple times for the leaves. So just like that. So we're done with the flowers. So now I'm going to come in with this larger little block thing here. Watercolor mark, and we are going to do the lipstick. You know what? Not the lipstick, but the perfume. I think I'm going to stamp this off. I think, yeah. My favorite perfume in the whole wide world, and I never can pronounce it, but it is, it's by Lancome, and it's, I can't even remember what it is. Oh, I know, Sarah. Aren't the names to them they're so much fun. Hi, Olivia. So, hey, Linda. So, anyway, is Fiesta La Belle. That is my favorite perfume in the whole wide world. So it's kind of pinky, so that's what I'm going to do that in. So that's all I did. I just used the big blob, inked it up, stamped that down. So now that's got color. The only thing is there's not really one for the shoe. Maybe we can use the one that goes for the lipstick, and we can just like ink part of it up. And let's go ahead and go with some, actually I think I'm going to stamp that off too. Let's stamp it all on there because we're going to fussy cut that. So if that goes off it's okay. So there's our shoe. Alright, so it looks a little messy right now, but just hanging in there. So now I'm going to do the lipstick, and there we're going to go back to the little one for the lipstick. And I think I want that in some bold, lovely lipstick, just like so. And I think I'm going to get that tip a little better. So there we go. So how is Abby's Save the Dates cards going? Okay, so we got that. So I am going to do the lipstick case, and we're just going to use the basic gray, but I'm going to stamp it off a little bit. So I probably should clean this. I'm really lazy sometimes about not cleaning my stamps. I always regret that, but anyway, so we're going to use that. I'm going to stamp that off because I don't want it that dark, and I'm just going to stamp that down just like that. So there we go. So there, those are those, and hopefully that's all going to go good. And now we are going to stamp our sentiment, or 2 or 3. Where did here we go. We are going to block that one up. I stamp straight. Okay, so we're going to bring this piece in, and I think I'm just going to use the basic gray full strength. Oh, good, and thank you. Okay, so she'll have to send me a little picture of them. All right, so I'm just going to stamp this right about there. I think I'm going to stand up so that I can kind of get this straighter. I don't know. We'll see. The pressure's on. Okay, so there we go. So we've got that. Now, unfortunately, because I didn't really plan ahead, you guys are going to have to watch me probably do a little bit of fussy cutting here, and I'll try to do it as quickly as I can because I know that fussy cutting is a little boring. But anyway, so just think about how much fun that it would be if you went through your magazines and went through your newspapers and kind of fussy cut images to put on a card to send it to somebody who just might be lonely. That would be a lot of fun if you didn't have the stamp sets or a stamp set that you could use to do it. And I know that these aren't going to be like easy, I mean not easy, but even cuts, but I always make the joke that I cut worse than a kindergartner. I need to go back to kindergarten to learn how to fussy cut. Alright, so we're going to do the lipstick. So it's not too bad, huh? Alright. I'm sure I may be missing some of you guys' comments, and I'm so sorry. Hey, Tori, are you on here? So... Julie, no, I couldn't handle more than one either. But I do love the one I have. Let's see here. I'm going to go around here. Just like that. Just like that. That was a little bit sloppy of a cut, but hey, it will work, right? It will work. Alright, so there's the lipstick. Now the shoe. I'm not so sure if I'm going to really like the shoe or not, but we're going to try. We're going to try to do the best we can do, and I'm probably going to wish that I just colored these with my markers, but that's okay. It's all right, right? That's going to have to be good enough because I really don't want to take too much time doing this. So how many of you guys, I know some of you probably missed it or not, about my brother, how he uses super glue to when he cuts himself, instead of going to the hospital to get stitches, he uses super glue and duct tape. So how many of you guys would be brave enough to try that? Okay, so we are going to fussy cut these flowers as quickly as I can. I'm not doing that great of a job, but it's okay. I just kind of want to get these fussy cutted. Fussy cutted? That's not even proper English, is it? Oh my goodness. Okay. There's one. What's the hands for, Nikki? I know that I was thinking the same thing, Julie. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to, but I'd probably definitely try the duct tape. Definitely before I went to the hospital. Although when Vic was there, he said that they did a jam up job trying to protect him. Everything where he went was, they'd cleaned it right before he would go in. Everybody came in, washed their hands, used the hand sanitizer, and then put fresh clean gloves on. He said he felt they all kept him very well informed of what was going on and where things were, and so he felt pretty safe. But he still doesn't want to go back. I don't blame him. I don't want him to go back. I don't want to go either. So in one way, even though it was really, really difficult for me to have to drop him off at the emergency door, and they wouldn't even let me get out of my car, it was still, I don't even know how to say this without sounding bad. I cried because I wanted to go with him, and it was driving me crazy not being able to be with him, but yet at the same time, I was kind of grateful because it was almost like I had kind of like an excuse not to go in. I hope that didn't sound bad, because if I could have, I would have definitely gone in. But yeah. Anyway, so yes, Linda, he is home. He is home. I was telling everybody earlier that it's not over for him. They did not get all, the stone was too far up for the laser to catch it. So they've kind of like did a temporary fix. And then he has to be like that until everything kind of clears up some. Apparently there's something to do with the government shut down a lot of things and what they can do, and if it's not an emergency, they can't go into the hospital to do anything. So his first visit was definitely an emergency, but the next thing, it's I forget the word that Vic told me it was. It's not an emergency, but it's like the next step down. But he'll be fine, and apparently there's a couple of other men in the area that are dealing with the same thing, and he had to do the same thing for them. So he still has the stone, but his infection is clearing up, and he's not in that excruciating pain anymore. He just has some discomfort. And he can still do things. He just kind of has to take it a little easy. So, but I tell you, he looks a whole lot better than he did when I took him to the emergency room. He looks a whole lot better. So, okay, so that is that. Finally, voila. Okay, let me get that out of the way. Let me get that out of the way, that out of the way, that out of the way. I'm going to flip this over. Okay, so we got that. So I'm going to put the perfume there. Or maybe I will put some flowers too. I think I will. I think I'll put some flowers. And like that. We'll do that. How about that? We're going to pop that up too. Okay, so let's get some little dimensionals here. Actually, these are the regular dimensionals. I am going to put 2 on here. I think that will be okay. Go ahead and put that right about there, I think. And then we'll glue this one down. You want to try the super glue and tape too, Sarah? I don't know. Oh, that was Olivia that said that. I hope I didn't put any ideas in her head. That's too funny. Okay, so Oh. Yeah, I know. It's not fun, that's for sure. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stick that one there. Okay, so what do you guys think about that? That's pretty cute, huh? And then we're gonna, that will go on here. So we'll go ahead and glue that piece on. Go ahead and glue that one on. So I hope you guys will give this a try because it really is a lot of fun. And I didn't get that on there straight. Ah, okay. Well, goodness. All right. That's good enough. Okay. So we got that piece. Now we have these other two pieces. So let me see which way those are going to go on there. They're going to go on there like that and like that. So like that. All right. So one piece is going to have that, and this piece is going to have that. And we're going to put flower on there. A flower here and a flower there. Like that, like that. Okay. So, do we want to put a sentiment in there or no? So, the outside of the card says, kindness is always in style. I really want to put life is short by the shoes. I don't know. You know what I should have done on the outside is said, hello, fabulous. That's what we should have said on the outside, but that's okay. Okay, what sentiment should we use, or should we just leave it blank? Be as bold as your lipstick. Hello. Aww. Hello, fabulous. Kindness is, we got kindness is always in style on the front of it. Aww. Olivia, I'm so glad that you are enjoying this. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so, or, you know what? Mother's Day is coming up. We could put Happy Mother's Day on one of them. We could do that. You love the fabulous? Hello, fabulous. Okay, so we'll do that one. Hello, fabulous. This is just supposed to be fun and take our minds off of everything anyway, right? Let's see here. Hello, fabulous. And I almost want to do it in a green. I think I am because we got so much pink going on. Let's do this one in green. I know the writing on the outside of the card is basic gray, but I am, maybe we should, you guys want to do green or you want to keep it gray? The wordings. What do you think? I know it takes a few seconds for me to see y'all's answers. So maybe give me hearts if you want green. And give me thumbs up if you want gray. That sometimes comes through faster. We got a whole bunch of hearts. Okay, so green it is. All right, so we're going to say hello, fabulous, right there. And then we're going to go ahead and glue these down. Actually, I'm going to use my glue dots because glue dots will give a little bit of a lift, but not that much of a lift, if that makes sense. Not as much as a dimensional, but it still gives a little bit. So since we cut these out, we want them to pop out, right? So we've got our little shoe. And then we've got our flowers. So, oops. Well, that kind of messed up on me. All right. Well, it's all right. It's all okay. All right. I'm not stressing over something so little. All right, so then we're going to put our little flower. I think I'm going to cover the toe. Well, actually, maybe we'll put it below it. I don't like that. How about that? That's okay. All right, so that's going to go. So now we've got to do our lipstick. And we're going to do green again, right? All righty. Green again. Not Hello Fabulous, though. What is the next one? How about Happy Mother's Day? It's Mother's Day. We're going to do Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Kindness is always in style. Because you know what? I know that kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but in a way it does, because aren't our mothers, and don't we as mothers try to show kindness? So kindness is always in style. This is going to come up here. This is going to come down here like that, and we're going to glue this. And our mothers are fabulous. At least I know that I'm a fabulous mother. I'm only joking. My mother was fabulous. I know that. Okay, so she is with the Lord now. Okay. Then we're going to put this flower. Let me see. Right there, I guess. We'll use some more glue dots. I hope you guys are having fun with me. I'm having fun. Okay. Okay, we're going to put that right there. And now we're going to glue this to this. Oh, okay. Thought I did it upside down. Here we go. We're going to glue this down. And just like that. And then we'll glue this one down. Aw, good, Megan. I have a lot of fun doing it. I try not to design while I'm on here. I try to kind of sort of have it done because I try to be respectful of y'all's time. Okay. It's not really for anything except for just to come on here and have a good time, but now I have to give it to somebody for Mother's Day, so I hope I didn't put all those on there wrong. You know what? No, I didn't. Okay. Woo! Scared me. Alright, so we're going to put this right on there like so. So we're going to put glue right here and glue right here. Okay, so I think, I hope. We're going to find out. Alright, so that is going to go just like that. And just like that. So, there is our card. So we got it. It says, kindness is always in style with the perfume. And then we probably should have put the shoe on the front, but who cares, right? It's still cute as anything. And then we've got Hello Fabulous and Happy Mother's Day. That's pretty fun, huh? Hope you guys like that. Okay. I'm just reading comments again. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I had a blast with you guys. It's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to our next Facebook Live. I know I'll be on Monday for sure. Usually it's 12:30, but I'm not quite sure. Hey, Pinky. I'm not quite sure if it'll be 12:30 on Monday or not, but I will let you guys know. I'll keep you posted. Thank you for your patience for me being late today. And let's see. I hope you guys do some crafting and forget at least a little while for all the craziness that's going on in our country and the whole world, and just keep our eyes focused on God, and we'll be okay. We'll get through this together. Give this a try, and if you don't have the stamp set or the designer series paper, you can use whatever you have. And if you don't have stamp sets or designer series paper, just use newspaper, catalogs, not catalogs. Well, if you have an old Sears and Roebuck, if you still have one of those around, let me know if you do. That would be funny. Okay, but use magazines and anything that you can find, and just do some fussy cutting and put it together and just write your sentiments on there. So that would be really, really cool. And I would love to see your cards too. If you do something like that, please show them to me. You can't post them on this page, but on my group page, Paper Crafting Together, you can post them on there. At least I'm pretty sure you can. So anyways, thank you, you guys. You guys are so sweet. Thanks so much again for joining me. Stay safe and have a chill rest of the afternoon. Okay, you guys. Doodly-doo.